Hi everyone and welcome again at Dreamer Talks. Today we are here to talk about the new trend in the luxury real estate market with Andrea Busoni, which is our Sales Director in Dreamer. Hi Andrea.
Hi Chiara, thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here, Andrea.
Thanks.
We start from the Dreamer experience in the last 2 years, considering the advent of COVID, global changes, inflation. How this factor impact the luxury real estate market in Italy?
So I must say that, of course, there's been big global changes. The luxury real estate market has been pretty much stable in this case. And I would say that, in Dreamer, we still have 70–80% of our clients that come from abroad. And they mainly come to Italy in order to diversify their investments also, I would say, for the lifestyle and living of Italy. And also due to COVID, there's a change in terms of experiencing life, and people can now come, entrepreneurs come and live in Italy working also from remote. So this is something that we've seen a lot. Then of course, I must say that prices, compared to other cities around Europe, I must say that prices are still convenient, and you can really buy or purchase some beautiful real estate assets that are full of value and many other things like history and things that I'm sure we will talk later about.
Considering that during COVID, the international client couldn't come physically in Italy, and they couldn't properly see and visit the property. How Dreamer responded to this difficulty?
So yes, this has been a challenge that we encountered. It's been challenging because COVID brought a lot of changes, and we had to adapt ourselves to this matter. And what happened is that we had to find new solutions, new marketing strategies, new marketplaces, new way of presenting houses. And one thing that came strong, of course, is as always in the last years, are videos that give a chance of having a first emotional impact to the interested client. Something else that was very strongly used by us was the video visit, which gives the chance to have a fully dedicated broker that works during a video tour of a house, and this gives the chance to a client of being abroad from their home and having the chance to go through a tour of the house and understanding all of its features, distribution of spaces, coming back to certain points that somebody might like the most. And this interaction, it's something that brought us to a next level of showing houses, and also gives a chance to people actually to understand, I would say, at least 50% of what they will see once they will be physically here. It happened that we have sold properties also from abroad with people not being here physically. Thankfully we have a strong team of lawyers, of attorneys, and people that work through the process of this sale. And yes, we happened that we had the chance to finalize all the purchasing process from the start to finish without actually having the client being physically in Italy. And also through a usage of a proxy example, we've sold properties for €1 million through proxy. And this has been a very challenging thing that we encountered that successfully, luckily, we've made happen. And it's a very interesting new way of selling houses. Because if you think about somebody being abroad and having the chance to trust a company that can bring them through the whole process of sale, it's something very impressive, and we're really proud of this.
It's very interesting that Dreamer can sell houses even if the people doesn't come here physically. Super interesting. So, which are the regions more exclusive and requested in Italy where these foreign people would like to buy their luxury dream house?
Okay, so we registered the real estate in general in Italy. We registered more sales being made in Tuscany. I would say that Tuscany, 47%, if I'm not mistaken, is the right percentage of sales being made through all the country of Italy. So it's definitely a major player in the sales requests. Then of course Lombardy, where there's good investments to be made. Then it follows, I would say, Liguria. It's another region, very requested. Then going back to a little bit more on south of Italy,
Naples,
Sicily, Campania, Sardinia, of course. So yes, but definitely I think that Tuscany is our best player and most requested region of Italy, 100%.
Considering that actually Dreamer is mainly focused in Tuscany,
yes.
Which are the must-have of the dream luxury home in Florence for the international client?
So I must say that the city center, for sure, it's always very requested. You know, having the chance to live in an open museum like Florence, it's something that it's very rare to find. I must say that you know, apartments in the city center, our requests go around 200 square meters or more. Then of course, you know, the open spaces, terraces, gardens are very requested. Garage, it's a must. The elevator, of course. And this makes it a little bit more difficult because of course Florence in the past years, you know, has been a little bit, how do you say, not ruined, but you know, the apartments were bought at the time just as an investment. So big apartments has been splitted in smaller ones, and these make it now at the moment tougher for us to find big apartments and to you know, to give our clients what they're looking for, which they're looking for big spaces, open spaces, and high quality standards. We're talking about big entrances, which are hard to find in Florence, of course, big elevators, same thing. But yes, definitely I believe that Florence is a city that still has a lot to offer. Hospitality-wise, we can see that big companies are investing loads of money in Florence. It comes to my mind Star Hotel that invested around 150 million euro in hospitality services and you know, apartments. So it's definitely a city that is in the eyes also of investment funds. And you know, the request here, it's always high for this method, and of course also because Florence is a mainly touristic kind of town, and this makes it even more.
Yeah, and another must-have we can say that is a view.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
Of
so
course.
thinking about also
yes,
the location,
yeah,
just a bit outside of Florence, yeah, where the foreign clients can have the view of Florence.
Yes.
I think this is another point, not only Florence city center, but also the hills of Florence are very interesting for them, I think.
You're completely right, Chiara. You're completely right. I would say that everything that is around Florence, so the hills of Florence are very, very requested, high standards properties there. I would say starting from Fiesole, going around to Pian de Giullari, then Bello Sguardo. They're all areas that present themselves with wonderful villas overlooking Florence, and also, of course, the view of Florence. It's a plus.
It's not common, I mean, to be so close to a city center,
exactly,
having this feeling of peace,
yeah,
of countryside and that atmosphere.
Yeah.
So it's something really interesting.
Absolutely.
That represents Florence, no?
Yes, because it gives the chance to somebody that lives just 15 minutes from town, having the chance to live in a place that it's like being in a countryside, because there's big gardens, big outside spaces, and you know, having a swimming pool also, it's something that people look for, and you can really live also in the hotter seasons, hot seasons. I would say June, July, August. It's a place that you can definitely stay if you have a villa in Florence with a beautiful swimming pool and a view on town. I mean, what would you expect more than that?
And for who wants to do remote working,
yes,
I mean, it's perfect.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Which are the countries where most of the clients come from, and which are their nationality?
I would say that we have loads of requests from the USA, United States. It's definitely a country that looks for investing in Italy.
It's a standard trend.
Yeah, it's a standard trend, yes, and it's always been there, and it still is. Definitely UK also due to the Brexit. I think that it's a way of diversifying investments. People that used to have investment in UK, in London especially, come to starting to move towards European capitals, like of course Italy, and Rome, Florence, Milano, and
try to
diversify their investments. Yeah. And also because the prices here are still affordable compared to other big towns around Europe. Of course, there's an inflation, so I believe that prices will increase, but it's still a good time to purchase, and there's opportunities here that are really interesting.
Fantastic. So we can say USA, we can say UK.
Yes, and, UK. Yes, I would say these are the main clients that we encountered now. But of course, Italy, it's kind of internationally known, of course, and very requested. And we have clients coming from all over the world. So also Europe, we have other clients from France. I would say North Europe. And then there is a new trend that it's coming on that we're feeling in the last year, that it's Indian clients, Chinese clients, and I believe it's a trend that it's coming, and it will come stronger in years, I believe.
Andrea, to summarize, which are the main reasons for the international client to decide to invest in Italy?
People that are looking to invest in Italy, because Italy it's a beautiful living place, and gives the chance also to entrepreneur to work from home in the remote, and this is something. Then something else that our clients are looking for, of course, and that definitely can find in Italy and in Tuscany, Florence especially, it's art and culture, and every building, every palace or apartment has different features. Everything is unique and full of history. So this is something else that really brings a lot of interest from our clients. Then the quality of life, I would say, Italian lifestyle, it's known worldwide, and it's a very good living. The food it's amazing, and it's just an easy living. And I think that this is something that has always been seen from all of our international clients as a dream to reach, and so I would say that these are the main things. I believe that there's some tax advantage that I can mention, flat tax.
So Andrea, regarding the tax advantages, we know that there is this new flat tax, yes, which is very interesting for wealthy international client. How it works and how Dreamer guide the clients to go through this procedure?
It's a big thing upcoming, and I think that people are really looking for that, because it's a good tax advantage that gives some, for example, an entrepreneur that works worldwide, that has a company maybe in US or somewhere else, to come live in Italy and have a fixed amount of tax to pay, which is 100,000 per year. And it's something definitely that also brought attention, and it's something else that attracts foreign clients to come in Italy.
Of course, we will go more deep regarding this topic in another videos where we will talk about flat tax. Absolutely. Thank you for everything.
Thank you very much, Chiara. Thank you.
Thank you. And we will see you another time.
Thank you.
And thank you to all of you to follow us, and please don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next Dreamer Talk.